Today we're at the National Media Museum here in Bradford, and we're going to be having a preview of two of the films that the Women Working Towards Excellence Our Lives project has been working on. And at the moment I'm just looking at schedules and making sure that tonight is something that goes according to plan. For some of them it's going to be their first time that they've actually stepped foot into the National Media Museum itself, so I want it to be something that is a special occasion for them. The main aim of the Our Lives project was to capture the voices of Muslim women in Bradford through new digital media technologies.
Hello, Joseph Rowntree, Foundation, Bradford office. The Muslim population, we've got a large population across the district, but we haven't got innovative, creative projects working directly with Muslim women, and that was one of the key reasons why we chose to give these voices a platform to actually reach policymakers.
The first stage of the project involved a series of audio recordings with Muslim women between the ages of 14 to 80. And what was really interesting about these recordings was the level of openness with which the women spoke.
Women and men are more equal in some aspects, but not in others. You know, I have a number of male...
One of the things that has really stuck with me is how strong a lot of the women were. Some of the interviews that we did were with people who were refugees and had come from quite bad situations, people who had gone through quite abusive relationships and things like that, and emerged on the other side, and how strong they were. And not only how strong they'd been during that process, but how positive an outlook they had now, and the fact that they actually want to put something back in.
The second stage of the project involved the organisation of a series of Inspiring Change seminars, the aim of which was to encourage women to take action but also debate some of the issues that were of importance to them.
The feedback that we got from all the seminars was really, really positive in terms of the learning curve for the people who actually attended, so it was very positive.
The third stage of the project involved the making of 3 participatory films, and although it was a real challenge for most of the women because they hadn't really handled the camera or really made a film, they were helped along by Shehnaz Gulzar, the participatory film coordinator.
When Wahida approached me to do the project, she actually explained where the idea came from, which was through the recordings that both she and Nazat had done with a group of Muslim women, all in separate spaces in different areas and stuff. And then she explained how she wanted to approach the project, which was to encourage and empower a group of Muslim women to make a series of films about Muslim women. The very first day of training was to introduce the women to the idea of actually a camera and what to do with a camera. So it's very, very basic, practical training. I think one kind of absolute consensus was that they wanted to get rid of all stereotypes. They didn't want a stereotype of the Muslim woman, or if there was a stereotype of Muslim woman, they wanted to show, you know, who this woman was, as opposed to seeing her as a stereotype.
The fourth stage of the project involved the making of a series of documentaries with Speak It Productions that focused on Muslim women in Bradford. The first film, called One Day in May, focuses on the life and experiences of an Iranian asylum seeker.
How are you, Duncan? Big hole. What about family?
The second short film offers an intimate portrait of one woman who speaks poignantly about the challenges that she's faced in her life. The third film, titled In My Name, captures the voices of 10 women who speak openly and honestly about their concerns and hopes for the future.
I felt strong enough to be identified as a Muslim, so that was my main reason for putting my hijab on.
Stage 5 of the process was to utilise the power of the internet, and in doing so we hope to put the audio conversational recordings, the seminars, the participatory and documentary films online. By doing this, we hope to extend the message of local Muslim women from Bradford to a truly global audience. The sixth and final stage of the project was a book. It was a culmination of all other parts of the project. It focused on the stories of 20 women, and in doing so, what came through really strongly was the sense of compassion, ambition, resilience and courage of these women. And being a book, it serves as a written legacy to the involvement of everybody in this project. I think, in short, This has been a journey for all of the women that have been involved in the process. The vision behind the project began by a small group of people, including myself, thinking about what it would be like to use media as a way of enhancing Muslim women's voices. In practice, it was challenging and tiring at times, but what we achieved exceeded all our expectations. And what was fantastic was seeing a group of women who'd never handled cameras before, who'd never attended seminars, doing just those things. And my hope is that this is the beginning of something that is going to leave a legacy and that's going to be replicated beyond Bradford, but also globally as well.